Hello and welcome to Happy Horror Time. My name is Tim Murdoch.
And my name is Matt Emmert. Now, first off, we just want to say we hope everyone had a very happy, horror-filled July 4th holiday weekend. That was a lot of H's, Tim.
Helen. She didn't survive the 4th of July.
Helen Shivers did not survive 4th of July, and I know what you did last summer, but we hope you survived wherever you were and had a nice barbecue, fireworks, whatever.
Sparklers.
Anyway, okay, on to the news for this week. The first piece of news we wanted to discuss was the first photos of Linda Cardellini as Pamela Voorhees and the set of the Crystal Lake prequel series were released. Now, were they supposed to be released? We're not quite sure, but apparently the pics were posted on social media by the Alone in the Dark podcast, and I think we can say we are very grateful that they did.
Yeah, I was so excited to see those pictures.
Yes, the first photo, and we will, as long as they're still available to people online, we will try to put them up in our video, but the first photo shows a close-up of Linda Cardellini front and center in a waitress uniform as Pamela Voorhees.
Because she was a cook.
And I just wanted to get, Tim, your thoughts. What do you think, like, looking at her? She has kind of blondish hair. Like, do you get a Pamela Voorhees vibe?
Yes, I mean, she's a very quality, great actress, and I'm so excited that she's stepping into Pamela Voorhees' footsteps. Footsteps?
Yeah.
Shoes.
Or shoes. Well, yeah, she would have to be in the shoes
first.
to take the footsteps.
Footsteps later.
No, she really is a talented actress, and they got a name for this part, but I bet it's going to be a really meaty part. And what I mean by it is that they're probably going to show her slowly go crazy, especially after Jason drowns.
I like that she's wearing a apron, because she's a cook.
Oh yeah, she said I worked that day as a cook, right?
Right, yeah.
Tim, do it. We always do the Mrs. Voorhees.
I always mess up the dialogue.
I was working that day.
I need to perfect it.
This place.
Oh, this place, there's been too much trouble. Did you know that a young boy drowned?
No, I didn't. Tell me more.
Oh, well, his name was Jason.
Was he your son?
And today is his birthday.
No,
you should have been watched.
No shit.
Every minute.
Okay, so the other pics that were released, not as impressive, but still kind of cool, showing things like the cabins. One shot, which if you look really closely, we'll put this up if we can, it shows like the main cabin, I would assume, at Camp Crystal Lake, and there's a banner that if you look closely, it says "Welcome Campers." So it's just so cool to see this kind of stuff. Like, we're gonna get to see almost like the first years of Camp Crystal Lake before all the craziness happened.
We haven't had anything Friday 13th related since 2009. I mean, nothing.
Nothing. We also got a shot of like a vintage, it looks like it's a police car and another car, but I think what's just so cool about seeing these pictures is that like they're actually filming this series. Like, it is moving forward. It's filming started on.
Do you think there's gonna be like 8 or 12?
Oh my God.
24.
I have a feeling most series nowadays, each season is anywhere between 8 and 12 episodes. So I'm going to say 10. Let's say 10.
That's kind of cool. That's like 10 little mini movies.
10 hours of Camp Crystal Lake. That means there's got to be a lot of story, which I'm sure there is. What I was about to say was that filming officially started on June 20th in West Milford, New Jersey. I think in a few weeks ago, we reported they were doing a casting call for like campers and extras.
Yeah. And remember, I'm too old to be a camper.
Yeah, you were gonna be the like great grandfather,
right? Dropping off my great.
They're gonna give you a walker.
Yes.
Just kidding. No, you could be like a camp director. Why not, Tim?
Thank you. I'd wear a hat to cover up my grays.
Well, but a camp director. Why can't a camp director have grays?
That's true, Matt.
Yeah, Mr. Murdoch.
Jason is drowning.
Miss Voorhees cooked something poisonous.
Can you help us? Ate it.
We all ate it and we're dead. And Jason, he drowned. Oh, sorry about it. Anyway, we have no idea when this is going to be released, but I'm assuming if they're filming now, I'm going to go with it's going to be an early 2026 release date. What do you think?
And from those pictures of cars and the motorcycle, I can't tell if it's like 1950 or 1970. I really have no idea.
It's got to be the 50s because it has to be before Jason drowned,
you don't
right?
Know. Don't know.
Well, it's got to be because Jason drowned in, Jason drowned in 57, right?
That's what
and
the
58,
the
kids.
said,
oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't know how I don't know how they're going to do this.
I'm assuming it's going to be the 50s. I have a feeling it's going to be the years leading up to it because Jason was young, so he could only be, 7 or 8. So I'm assuming it's going to take place through the 50s, and maybe it'll get up to when he drowned, and maybe even the first murders that we see in the opening scene of Friday the 13th. Who knows? We'll see. I can't wait, and I'm sure you're excited too.
I'm very excited.
Speaking of Friday the 13th, it's not really a news story, but something we just haven't talked about yet that is big, that is coming, is the 45th anniversary convention. It is called Crystal Lake Nightmares. And if you haven't heard about it, they have their own Instagram page. They're already selling tickets. It is taking place August 8th through 10th. So that's coming up in like a month, Tim.
Yeah, and you know what? I am so lucky as a huge Friday 13th fan. I mean, I was a little happier when it was in Burbank and they moved it to the LAX Hilton?
Airport. It's the Hilton at LAX Airport. Yes.
Which is a little further for me, but I'm not going to complain.
They switched locations. Now, for anyone watching this that doesn't live in California, you're like, that means nothing to me. But for us Southern Californians, yes, we live really close to Burbank, so that would have been prime location for us. But they moved it to LAX. And if you're unfamiliar with LA, the LAX airport is not near anything in LA. It's about 40 minutes south of everything.
No one likes to go to LAX.
Nobody does. It's the worst airport. It is most crowded. And I'm just thinking this hotel at the LAX airport, especially with this huge convention, is going to be a shit show.
I actually have been there. I don't even know what the convention was, but the person I met was Kim Richards.
You met Kim. Oh, wow.
Yes, I met Kim. I wasn't a housewife.
Pre-housewife?
It was no, I think she was like just off the show, but she was, I think it was like a convention of like
crazy people.
No. It was like people from the 80s.
Oh my God.
It was like an 80s convention.
Hey, people from the 80s.
Well, because she was in Tough Turf. Remember Tough Turf? With James Spader? It's a cute movie.
But I do remember her getting shot to death in Assault on Precinct 13.
That's right. So Kim Richards has been around, and
I asked for vanilla swirl.
Right. John Carpenter's
killed a kid. John Carpenter killed a kid. Okay. So a bit of news about Crystal Lake Nightmares. Other than the location change, there's a ton of guests coming from every Friday the 13th film already announced. I'm just going to name some of the bigger ones who are already committed to being at this convention. Sean S. Cunningham, as in the creator of the original. Amy Steele, Ginny from Part 2. Harry Manfredini, does all the music. Larry Zerner, Paul Kratka, Melanie Kinnaman, Tom Matthews, Tom McLaughlin, Jensen Daggett, Adam Marcus, Michael B. Silver, which is Tim's favorite because he was naked in Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, so everyone remember Jason Goes to Hell. There's a big sex scene, and Adam Marcus, the director of Jason Goes to Hell, was like, "Hey, we need some male nudity."
And boy, did he show some male nudity. And so Michael B. Silver, Monica Keena, and Lachlan Monroe. Now, a bunch of those people we've been lucky enough to have on the podcast. Here is my issue, though, with the guests announced in this convention. This is the big 45th anniversary. And where's Adrienne King or Kimberly Beck or Dana Kimmel or Kane Hodder? Like, if this is a huge anniversary convention, you need to get some of these like big top people from the series.
There's still time, and maybe they're waiting for the 50th. Maybe 45. They're like,
whatever. What I'm thinking is either, like you're saying, they're waiting that they want these to be the big announcements in the month leading up to the convention, so they'll slowly announce that they're returning. Or you're right, they're just going to skip this one. But it's hard for me to believe.
I hope they don't.
That's the thing. Adrienne King, all of them go to many conventions. So why, of all conventions, would they skip an anniversary Friday the 13th convention, right?
That is the $1 million question.
That is the $1 million question.
Do you have $1 million?
I don't.
I have $2 million.
If you have, are you ready? I'm going to give everyone ticket prices. So you can get tickets through Eventbrite if you are interested in this convention. Tickets are, they are around $45 for a day pass on Friday, $55 for a day pass on Saturday, but only $30 for a day pass on Sunday. So it looks like we're going Sunday, Tim.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to go all three.
Oh, you are?
No.
Okay. Because I was going to say a weekend pass is around $110, which seems worth it considering those prices. Now, those prices don't have fees worked in. So you're going to be paying about $5-6 more than what I said. But it is a great chance to meet all these cast members. Of course, to get an autograph or whatever, an autograph picture, you have to pay per person.
I love an autograph, but I like to get my picture taken with the people.
Wait, do this. I didn't know it was picture. Go. We love pictures, and that's the thing. Like autograph, like sure you can put it up. Love autographs, but a picture with the person is the
Picture with
best.
the person.
Picture with the person. Picture with the person. Okay.
We're crazy.
Moving over, past, Friday the 13th. So
we never can move past
never,
Friday the 13th.
not for Tim. Okay, so another piece of news. As we know, we are in the final countdown to the release of the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. It comes out on Friday, July 18th, which is in less than 2 weeks. They're already doing news stories on how much they think it is tracking to make in its opening weekend. Now, first off,
we got our tickets.
How do they figure that out? Is it advanced ticket sales plus like surveys? Like, I just wonder, like, how do you know who's going to go and who's not?
And you know, I don't know if everyone plans as far ahead as we do.
We do, yeah.
So, I mean, like a lot of people do it on the day of.
And I mean, we have to plan because we are reviewing movies and we got to see them and work it into our schedule for a podcast. Most people don't have that, but I would love to know, like, where do the analytics come from? If you know, tell us in the comments. Anyway. MovieWeb, there were two sources that came out with numbers, and they were very different. MovieWeb said that on the low end, it is projected to make $16 million in its opening weekend, and on the high end, $25 million. Now, they considered those numbers grim. I don't consider that grim.
I think 25 million is impressive.
For a horror movie opening in the summer against other blockbusters.
Listen, you got Ray and Julie.
Yeah, like we got Ray and Julie back. But anyway, that's their projectors. But then, according to Empire City Box Office, no idea who they are, but they made a projection. They said that it is tracking to only make $10 million in its opening weekend, which is considered a weak opening.
I find that very hard to believe. But then again, I thought, you know, Megan was going to make $100 million
in the opening weekend.
Yes.
So Megan
2.0
only made $10 million its opening weekend, and you know, I can't imagine. Okay,
but you can't open a movie called I Know What You Did Last Summer in January. You just can't do that.
Yes, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Not only is it the perfect time, whereas Megan, they were deciding between when to release it. It's the perfect time. It's playing on 90s nostalgia. They're bringing back Julie and Ray. They're bringing back Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. And there's been so many trailers and spots and so much marketing for this movie.
Maybe, just maybe, you and I were the only ones watching.
Well, I guess so. So, okay, for a little bit of a comparison, we looked up what the original I Know What You Did Last Summer made its opening weekend, along with I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, because I'll always know was straight to DVD and complete trash. So the original, did you make it?
Yeah, I did. I wrote a post-it.
It's trash. And I don't say that a lot, by the way. I don't.
No, you really don't.
I really don't. Like, I always find redeeming factors in movies. That one was trash.
It was rough.
Yeah, the original I Know What You Did Last Summer made almost $16 million in its opening weekend. It was October 1997, and it debuted at #1 that weekend. Now, MovieWeb is considering 16 million grim if this one makes it opening weekend, but the original made that much and was #1. Anyway, I Still Know made 16.5 million in its opening weekend the following year, and it debuted at #2 behind, get this, The Waterboy.
Wow.
How did it
I
not
actually
be?
saw The Waterboy.
I did not, because it looked so bad.
I mean, you know, Kathy Bates is in it, and
I
she's
know.
from Misery, Oscar winner.
And Adam Sandler, but
I don't care about him.
I love that it didn't beat that. But so those seem pretty comparable to the projections for this one. Apparently, they're judging it according to some of the better horror openings this year. The top horror opening of 2025 so far is Final Destination Bloodlines. It opened to 51.6 million in its first weekend.
I mean, I'm not a betting man. We're not in Vegas, but I actually think it will open at 25 to 30.
I'm thinking, so the other top one was Sinners, which opened at 48 million. Now, no, I don't think I Know What You Did Last Summer is going to make those numbers, but I think, like you said, it's going to be more in I'm going to go and say 20 to 25 million. I just think a lot of people are going to see it. I don't think everyone, like Final Destination Bloodlines brought in a huge audience.
It's had... Let's see. It came out in 97. How many years ago was that?
That was 28 years ago.
So we've had 28 years of anticipation.
Exactly. I mean, or 27 because I Still Know came out. So either way, and it's playing on this nostalgia that I think horror movie lovers, everyone I know who loves horror is going to see this movie, versus not everyone we know. I don't even think everyone we knew saw Final Destination.
No.
Yeah. So I Know What You Did Last Summer is such a, we ask a friend to see it, they say yes, even non-horror lovers.
I had both soundtracks 4DX, and I saw both movies in the theater the day they opened.
By the way, the I Know What You Did Last Summer soundtrack, I love
Me
that
too. Every
soundtrack.
song is
Great
good.
songs, great songs. I do not have the I Still Know soundtrack.
You're missing out.
The only song I know from that movie is Jennifer Love Hewitt's How Do I Deal?
Yum me a Coke.
Jinx. Okay. So, I Know What You Did Last Summer. What do you think? How much do you think it's going to make? And are you seeing it opening weekend? Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, or just Venmo me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, in other anniversary related news, the original Jaws, as we all know, 2025 marks the 50th anniversary of Jaws, but this is actually really fucking cool. It is heading to IMAX and 4DX screens on August 29th, as in you can go see it on a big screen again 50 years later. Now, Tim, I didn't know what 4DX meant in terms of movies. Do you?
Okay. We haven't talked about this. So
No, I looked it up though.
Okay, is that to wearing glasses?
That's 3D.
Okay. So 4X is like you're in a seat that shakes.
Yes. So 4D, apparently it's when they add various sensory effects beyond sight and sound. So meaning like motion synchronized seats. They move with the action, or wind, like they blow wind in your face.
I heard that
or even water.
They throw water and fish on your face.
And I heard that they actually chomp you.
Yes. You walk out with no
Blood.
body part.
And you're bleeding. And you're missing an arm. Yes. So it's going to be great.
No, but I mean, I've been to, I don't know which Disney park it was, but like when there was a water or something, they did. Yeah.
So I think, it's the perfect movie to do that for. But if you, like us, because I'm sure we're going to have to go see it in
I want to
theaters.
go see it.
IMAX, or 4DX, but you can go to IMAX.com/movie/Jaws. Very simple. IMAX.com/movie/Jaws. You can see all the listings for the theaters that are playing it in your area. And let me just tell you, Tim, I looked up our area and it's playing in a lot of theaters.
Is it packed already?
I haven't looked the availability. I just looked where it was playing.
I was like, we have to get tickets.
Oh, yeah. So, but it's starting August 29th, and I don't know how long it's playing, if it's like a week, a weekend, or whatever. So, and some more cool Jaws news. If you are a fan and you can't find them on streaming, later in July, all of the Jaws films are going to be available on Netflix. And, everyone has Netflix.
I think they're currently on Peacock.
Oh, and if you want more Jaws entertainment, you can check out Tim's lovely ranking video on our YouTube channel where he ranked all the Jaws films. And then this is something Tim and I will 100% be watching, a new documentary titled Jaws at 50, The Definitive Story. It's coming to National Geographic on Thursday, July 10th. We don't have National Geographic.
And I think it's also on Hulu.
Yes, Hulu and Disney Plus on Friday, July 11th. So it's this Friday. So, it's just so much great nostalgia related to 50 years of Jaws.
I'm totally enjoying this Jaws resurgence.
Oh, I love it. And there's even one more piece of news on it. There is going to be a new 50th anniversary Movie Maniacs figure released from McFarlane Toys, as well as a commemorative Jaws Hot Wheels car from Mattel. So, if you're a Jaws fan like us, there's so much shit to watch, so much stuff to, get. Yeah.
No, I want to get the Jaws popcorn. I saw it the other night.
Oh.
The bucket, but I didn't get it for some reason.
And then, and we'll put this poster up for everyone to see. I have it here for Tim. They released new art for these 50th anniversary screenings, and I love it because the poster says, you're gonna need a bigger screen, and it says Jaws 50th experiencing in IMAX.
It is beautiful.
Isn't that cool? They use they do a parody of a famous quote. IMAX is a huge screen. Perfect. Marketing.
And did you know, fun fact, it was improv by Roy Schneider. It wasn't scripted.
Well, I don't know who Roy Schneider is, but I do know who Roy Scheider is.
You know what?
Wait, we're going to need a bigger boat was improv?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was not scripted by anyone.
But did Richard Dreyfuss script when he said, "Hey boys"?
It said gaily.
Gaily, Gayly. Yes. Okay. So our last piece of news for today is that this is more anniversary news. If you remember the 1990 Night of the Living Dead remake by Tom Savini, well, it is getting a 30th anniversary 4K uncensored cut.
That's amazing.
And this is what's really cool about this, because we love this movie. It's being released on September 23rd. It's going to be a Steel K 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray, and it includes the theatrical cut, but that's not the new news, and an alternate cut that restores all the gore that was originally cut to avoid an X rating.
And it's Tom Savini.
It's Tom Savini, so there's like amazing effects that probably got to be cut. And this is a quote from him. He said, "It is completely uncut, uncensored, and as I intended it 35 years ago. It starts in black and white for a bit as an homage to the original, and then color opens to the curtain to my remake." So starts in black and white, then goes into color, completely uncensored, uncut, and it's Tom Savini's cut. And the best part about this is it comes with a new audio commentary from Tom Savini that goes along with the uncensored cut.
Wow, they're coming to get you, Barbara.
Yes.
That's from the movie.
Oh, I didn't know. Tell me again.
yeah. Oh,
Wait,
okay.
what movie? Is there zombies?
Yeah.
Okay. You're ignorant. I love that.
Ignorant.
It'll also have new interviews with a lot of the cast members, including William Butler, who was on Happy Horror Time.
Yes.
We
and
talked
he's
to him.
very revealing. He likes to reveal a lot.
If you want to hear an uncensored interview, listen to our interview with William Butler. Like, he will tell it all. And so I can't wait to see his interview. But I looked at all the special features. It looks great. And again, whenever you get the chance to see like a new, not just a 4K version of a new movie, or a 4K version of an old movie, but an uncensored cut, it's amazing.
I thought the 1990 version looked new when we watched it.
I know.
So I can only imagine with this 4K. It's like we're going to be there.
It's 35 years later, and I imagine, they haven't said how many minutes of new uncut footage there is, but I'm going to say 5 to 10 minutes extra. I'm just guessing.
90
minutes. It is it's a 3-hour or 3.5 hour movie now. No, I can just imagine if Tom Savini, who is an effects wizard, he probably had to cut tons of gore to make it R. And so to be able to see all of his effects in their full uncut glory. How many times can I say uncut in one segment, Tim?
I'm uncomfortable. Tom Savini also did The Prowler, Maniac, and Friday 13th Part 4, the final chapter, right?
He did, yes.
I'm trying to think of one more.
Maniac, Prowler. Those are the big ones.
Those
I mean,
are the
he's
big
done
ones.
tons.
Yes, he's done tons.
He didn't do the Hatchet movies, did he? No. It just feels like his effects, No, I don't think he did. Anyway, but yeah, so you can get that starting again on September 23rd. So it's coming up.
I want to get that.
I know. So a lot of cool anniversary new Blu-rays, obviously, like the set pictures from Friday the 13th. So a lot of fun news. Please let us know your thoughts on all these stories. If you're going to grab any of these 4Ks, if you're going to go see Jaws in the theater.
I'm definitely going to.
Yeah, when we'll be back next week with more news for you. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.